Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this X Team Social Hour. It's Tuesday Night Live. We do it every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Adam Levy here down in Chester, Connecticut today, enjoying the beautiful spring weather, getting out, doing some walking and doing some exercise. And it's just been amazing down here. Love this time of year. And I know people are fired up about Exhilarate. Such an incredible product for pre-workout, during the workout, after the workout, energy all day long. It's just been actually incredible. Loving the results that people are getting. I've got some people that are on the line here that I want to introduce real quick, and I'm just really excited. Ken reached out to me today. Ken and I, we go way back, previous business or two, and Ken Hazen is somebody that I always have been very fond of. He and his family, just great, great people. And I know you were one of those people that I reached out to. We talk about this a lot, but I just took somebody from my phone book in here, put them into the app, and just started sending questions to folks. And Ken was one of those people that said, "Yeah, I'll try it." And Ken, you've recently been trying Exhilarate. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts about it. I know you're somebody that once drank energy drinks, but not a lot. Now you're doing Exhilarate on the regular. Asked me today if you could do two a day, and of
Yeah,
course I said yes. So welcome to the Zoom, Ken.
thank you so much. Thanks. It's great being here. And yeah, I was sitting on the fence for quite some time when you first shot me a text and stuff. But I was definitely looking for a different type of drink that would actually give me some long-standing energy, I guess I should say. And I thought, you remember back in the old days, it was the Chi 3. That was the best energy drink I've ever had. The Chi 3. It
That
was
was a
such a
good
good, it
product.
was so smooth. And then they
Yeah.
changed it. But anyway, going back to this is, that's one of the things the only thing I didn't like at first, so it was in a little packet. I just thought it came like pre-packaged, you just pop the top off and you drink it. But that's just my laziness. But yeah, I mean, I like the taste. The taste is really good, I think. uh but I started, it hasn't even been a month, so I wanted to, like I told you, I wanted to give you some time, so I give me some time to just see how I work. But I think it works really good. The energy is long lasting. um the most important thing is I've been fasting a lot, from night into like 12, 3, 12, anywhere from 12 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon until I start eating.
Mhm.
And I try to work out in the morning. So I pop one of these drinks, and right before I work out at 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. And it's like almost instant when I don't feel hungry at all. Because
Mm.
I do. I wake up, I feel a little hungry at first, because
Yeah.
that's the way I'm conditioned to be. But that takes it away, and I'm pretty good for the rest of the morning. And I don't really feel hungry until 2, 3 o'clock. Even though I do like eating, but I still eat. But yeah, those are the two main things that I've really felt, and that's why I wanted to wait for a while though, just to make sure it was real.
Well, that's great. We appreciate you giving that a fair test like that. And
Yeah,
you were also, were you drinking other energy drinks or you had in the past?
I had in the past, but I really don't. I'm not big on the monster drinks and all those things that got like 80 grams of carbs and all that junk in it. And I never really got into that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
you were like me. I didn't drink any of that stuff either because it wasn't healthy for you. And there's
right,
a lot of people out there that won't. But
right,
Exhilarate, this is a kind of, it's just a
right.
no-brainer because it's healthy for you. Doctor, endorsed and just gives you this really healthy, clean energy. And nobody's got any side effects. So, Ken, why don't you introduce us to your partner there on the couch?
This is this is my daughter Ava. She's 6 years old.
Hey, Abe, how are you today?
Good.
That's it. I
Excellent.
am.
Thank you for hopping on. Thanks for hopping on the Zoom.
Yeah. So
I remember when your mom and dad got together for the first time at an event in, let's see, where were we? Trying to think now, I think we were in
Utah or Colorado?
It was
something
in Utah. I think it was in Utah. Is that
like,
possible? Yeah, I think
something
so.
like that.
So there you go. All right. Well, hey, really nice to get a chance to meet you. And Ken, thank you for sharing your story. And
No, absolutely.
yeah, looking forward to hearing the future successes that you have with our products. And I know we've got great products, and it's just great to see you find something that works for you.
Good. Thank you.
All right, thanks for hopping on. All right, I'm going to shift over. I think Chad is maybe he's home by now. Let's see if we got Chad on here. Chad is around somewhere. Chad, I thought I saw him. Did he disappear? Oh, there he is. Chad, you there?
I am.
All right. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hey, good. How about you?
I am fantastic. I like the little jungle setting that you're in there.
Yeah.
So listen. First I want to say congratulations to you and also Cody. I know Cody, you're on. You guys have done an amazing job in your first month. Done over like $7,000 in volume. I mean, you've just really crushed it in a very short period of time. I wanted to ask you guys a question though. I know that you do something with your new people that is really effective. And Cowboy and I were talking about this earlier today, and he mentioned that you do something when you bring somebody new on, and I thought maybe you could share with everybody what that is.
Well, I mean, what we do, of course, somebody new comes on. I mean, the first thing we're trying to do is, get it in front of their hot market. Most people, most of the time, people's got 3 to 5 people they can call up and just say, "Hey, I found this amazing opportunity. I think there's a little money to be made. We got amazing products." And, they can, you can get your 3 in pretty quickly. And I mean, that's our goal, help people get their first 3 quick as possible. And then, go right on that down that line. Take them 3. If one of them wants to make money, let's go help them get their 3. But me and Cody's talked several times. Cody is amazing when it comes to getting in front of a group of people. We're going to start really pushing on in-home meetings. Now we do the Zooms. We have our own personal Zoom on Monday nights, and we try to do that for our team. But we're going to really push on some in-home meetings, and we got a couple places that we're going to each month. We're going to try to bounce around from a couple different cities around us locally, and have a little setting there where people can just bring, hey, come check this out. You don't even have to tell them nothing. Just get them there, and we're going to show it to them. We're going to have some free samples there.
Well, you got to make
So,
sure you give them the samples early on in the meeting so they can sleep that night, right?
yeah, there you go. Well, maybe we want them up all night so they can think about what we're doing the next day. See?
That's possible too. Okay, now there's another angle. Okay, the 777 promo that they've recently done. You guys have crushed that, right? You've got your first 7, you got your next 7. I think some of you are closing in on the next 7. So that's
Yep.
if you've done that, it's like $1,000 extra, right?
Right.
That is fantastic. Congratulations on that. One of
Thank
the
you.
other things that Cowboy mentioned that you guys do is when you bring somebody on, you do a welcome call with them and you
Yep.
include your upline. And I think that's such a key thing to do. Talk to me a little bit about that and how that's gone for you and why you do it.
Yeah, we used to be in another business years ago, and in that business, I mean, that was key. When somebody jumps on board, I mean, they're going to have handfuls of welcome calls, and I used to hate those things. I mean, I hated them. But then when that business closed up, and we got in another business, that was a whole different ball game. There was no welcome calls. You didn't get to talk to nobody, and we're like, man, we really miss those welcome calls now. So yeah, that is huge. I mean, it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you got help, you got support. Just getting to talk to some other people that's in the business for welcome calls. That is huge. And we're a big fan of the 3 ways.
Mhm.
We blow Cowboy's phone up.
I'm sure he loves that. I know he'd be on that, but he's actually doing a presentation in an area that does not have any electricity. It's for somebody who's Amish.
Okay.
He'd hopped on here probably. But wow, that's fantastic. And you say something about them seeing that they'll get help, and that is one of the most important things about the process of enrolling somebody in our business is that they see that you're getting assistance. You're not in it by yourself. It's not the Chad show. You've got a whole team behind you that are helping you build the business, and in turn will then help them build the business as well. And the only way to show that is to actually show that, right? Is to do that in the process of enrolling them, and they'll get that sense of how that works and why that works. And like you said, yeah, they feel good about it. You missed it when you didn't have it, and so
Yes.
now you're doing it with your team, and it's working good. And congratulations too on your Monday night Zoom. I always tell people, I say, this is a place for us to get together once a week, right? And you're going to get some things from your support line, maybe that we know because we're a little bit closer to the company, or we've talked to Stu today, or whatever. And so you want to make sure that you're plugged in to as many of these kinds of Zooms as you can, team Zooms. But if you're up for it and it's something that makes sense for you and your group and it's growing fast, you want to have your own team call like you guys are doing, right? You want to build your own team. And we support that in such a big way, because really what I want, my goal is to have enough leaders, layers of leadership in my group, that we've got team calls happening all over the country with leaders that are emerging as leaders in the company, and then pushing that leadership down into the organization. And so you have as many of those touch points as possible where there's really strong leadership in an organization, right? And for those that aren't ready, hey, they can come here every Tuesday night, right? And that we're here to support those people until they're at a place where they can run their own show as well, and do their own events like this, because their group is big enough and it makes sense. So, but we're happy to hop on anytime, you know that. Appreciate popping in on yours every once in a while and doing some training for you guys. And I'm just so excited for the results that you guys are getting. So keep it up, man. You guys are crushing it. Any other thoughts that you'd like to leave the group?
I'll just touch real quick on the energy drink. I don't know who all we have on here, but when Cowboy showed this to us, I did not drink energy drinks. I had tried them years ago, but I mean that just wasn't my thing. But I drink a lot of Mellow Yellows, like 7 to 9 bottles of Mellow Yellow every day. And so I tried this energy drink, and I was like, man, this don't taste too bad. And I hate drinking water. But I tried it. I drink one in the morning, and I wouldn't want a Mellow Yellow until lunchtime. And I was like, hey, that's not too bad. So I moved down to about 4 Mellow Yellows real quick, and then I started drinking another one at about 2 o'clock. And I'm down to 2 Mellow Yellows a day, drinking 2 of these a day. So, it does more than just energy.
So let me get this
Love
right.
it.
Yeah, you were drinking multiple Mellow Yellows every day?
Yeah, 7 to 9 bottles every day. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
me.
God, that's terrible for you. So this is a huge improvement in your health here.
Yes, yes,
I'm looking
yes.
forward to the day, Chad, when you're drinking 0 Mellow Yellows.
Yeah,
All right. Or can you
there
call me
you
that day
go.
and go, I'm off Mellow Yellow completely.
I'm off.
I'm just doing Exhilarate. Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, so we
Uh,
love it. Love it.
Also we've got the mist products, and that makes a huge difference too. When the Exhilarate wears off, you can always have the internal energy of the Xantho Mist and the Glutamist as well. So take advantage of that. Wow, that's a crazy story. All right. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an amazing product. People are really enjoying it. So, all right. I just want to go over a couple of announcements. Everybody else, anything else they want to add, or any questions? Please just raise your hand and I'll call on you. Just want to remind everybody, Super Saturday coming up on the 29th. You want to make sure you plug into that. Of course, coming up very shortly tonight at 9 p.m. Stu Finger is going to be live on that. It's going to be socialxwebinar.com is the best way to get to it, or you can find that link in your back office. Always good when Stu goes live and has a new presentation. I talked to him the other day. There's a lot of these promotions that they've been running kind of on top of each other. Many of those are about to end at the end of March. And he's got some simplified things that he's going to be launching to make things a lot easier for people to keep track. I know some of these things are, there's a lot of them stacked up, so it can be kind of confusing. But one of the things I want you to focus on, though, is X-Bucks, because that's going to be around for a while. And X-Bucks, the way that it works is this. As long as you can have 3 active people that are using $159 or more of our products, right? That could be one of our X packs. Some of our X packs are at that level. They're on Smart Ship. That's the level that they show up at. And if you do that, and you've got 3 people, the following month you're going to have $200 in X bucks added to your account that you can use for any products that you want. Okay, you do still need to qualify with your $45 order, although for most people they're doing something like one of those packs, so they're at like $159, getting that incredible value on some of those packs that are available. A lot of people are sampling the Exhilarate. They're using, of course, the Mist products, and those are our most popular packages. So people are on those, and it's pretty easy to give people on those because of the incredible value that they offer. So if you've got 3 people, and it could be 3 existing, which is nice, you can count the 3 existing. However, you got to have at least 1 new person each month, okay? 1 new person each month that you're enrolling that is doing 159 or more to get those X bucks. So you can count 2 old ones, but you got to have at least 1 new one each month in order to get that $200 added to your account. And, we've got so many incredible products at Social X. You're going to want to make sure that, you're getting that $200. That's an extra $2,400 a year in free product. And all you got to do is bring in 1 person a month and keep that going like that. So it's pretty powerful. Anyway, Xbox, pretty exciting what's happening with that as well. I do want to let everybody know that I extended that pop-up on the flyers, that new trifold flyer that I put together. I extended that till this Friday, which is the 21st. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, just go over to mistcards.com and click on the brochures pop-up tab. You'll see that there, and you'll be able to take advantage of that. Those should be coming in shortly, and I'll be mailing those out for those of you that ordered those. Those are going to be gorgeous. Looking forward to having people using those as well. Alrighty, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover tonight. Hey, Cody, are you out there? Let me ask Cody to unmute.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cody, sorry we don't have you on camera, but I want to congratulate you on such an incredible first month. What do you attribute your success to in this short period of time?
Well, I'll be honest with you. A lot of it is having someone that you can run with. Me and Chad, we've joined several businesses together, and when you can, really rely on each other, hold each other accountable, that's a big thing. Just having someone that's like-minded, plug it into a group of awesome leaders. Like Chad said, we was in another company years ago called Team National that had really good leadership. That company ended up closing down, and throughout the last couple of years that we've been in some smaller businesses and I guess some larger, when you don't have that leadership, it really leaves a stale taste in your mouth. Then when you're introduced to something like this, it's so small town feeling that's got a lot of great products. It really just it just helps us run with it. So there's a lot of contributors, people like you, people like Cowboy. People, close friends like Chad and me, we lean on each other, and, little friendly competition that helps a lot. But yeah, it's the whole picture. I hate to say it like that. There's not one pinpoint thing I can say, but people like you and Doug and, just a great company to really be able to rely on and, go with it. Just, your foundation's the biggest part. If you can believe with what you're doing and, you trust the people you're working with, that makes a world of difference.
I like what you say, Cody, about having a running partner. It's so important to have somebody to run with, right? Somebody that you can bounce ideas off of, and that fires you up, and you fire them up, and you're on a mission together. You're going in the same direction, both of you, and so it's going to show up in the way your business is built. So, congratulations on that as well. So, listen. You found out about this because Cowboy got a haircut. Is this accurate?
I was getting a haircut, and we go to the same barber. So I've known the barber since, he was cutting my hair when I was in middle school. So he follows me on Facebook, and he's seen that I was in another company, and said he had a buddy of his, which would have been Cowboy,
Yep.
And he said, hey, this guy I know named Doug Glaze, he's made hundreds of thousands throughout his life in network marketing. I said, no kidding. He said he lives about 20 minutes from us. And that's it all started with that. And I said, hey, listen, I'd like to talk to Doug. People don't realize, regardless if I was going to show Doug what I had or, looking to get prospected, that wasn't really the goal. But to have a leader, 20 minutes away to be able to bounce ideas off of and, regardless if we was going to join business together or not, having a friend like that could make a huge difference in any network marketer's life.
Yeah, it was from what I understand, he heard that you were in network marketing as well, and you guys eventually got a sample to you, and you weren't looking, you were not looking to change companies. You were excited where you were, but there was something about that local support, and obviously Cowboy being as charismatic as he is, it's hard to ignore the success that he has illustrated in his career, and certainly without question, he talks to everybody he gets within 3 feet of, and it happened to have been your Barbara that time around, and that's how that all connected. So the moral of the story, folks, is go get your hair cut, number one, and don't forget to talk to the hairdresser, right? I haven't had as much luck with my hairdresser. However, she's a great customer, loves the products. So she's been using the products for a long time now, but she hasn't led me to anybody like Cody or Chad. So we're working on that. But without question, those people, think about all the heads that are in their chairs. And if you can find one of them that's entrepreneurial, that's helpful. They're not all entrepreneurial, but if you can, that's great. And of course, they've got this waiting audience of people that go through their chair on a daily and weekly basis, and you just never know who they know. So that's the way networking works, right? All right, thank you guys. Appreciate that, Cody and Chad. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work, and we'll look forward to hearing from you guys in the future. Anybody else have anything you want to add as we're wrapping it up here? Any thoughts? Anybody else? All right, fantastic. All right, stay tuned because coming up at 9 o'clock, Stu Finger again at socialxwebinar.com. This has been Tuesday Night Live. We do it every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for hopping on. Bye-bye for now. Take care, everybody.